What's up, y'all? Sorry about that. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's get caught up on Big Brother, child. Yeah, I ended up skipping episode 2. When I saw that episode 2 was just them talking about with Jerry O'Connell and Taylor, and I tried. So let's get into it. It is Big Brother 28. Y'all know we are already 4 episodes in because I was out of town, so I got caught up. So first of all, let's get through who's on the show. Let's talk about who's on the show. Now, we have Ashley, who's a bartender. Ashley's special. I don't know what's going on with Miss Ashley. I don't know if she's playing it up for the camera, but Ashley is really special. We have Barrett, who's a jumbotron engineer. Barrett is a tall guy. He's a tall cup of juice. We have Chuck, who is a supply chain analyst. Chuck is Nigerian. He is from Texas. Well, he's Nigerian. You know, he lives in Texas. I definitely have feelings about Chuck. I don't think I like him. I don't. Drew is a surgical dental assistant. I like Drew. Drew, I think, is going to be the plan. He's got a really great social game so far, and I think he's going to be the threat that we don't see coming. If he doesn't overplay his hand, okay. We have Haley, who is a telemedicine executive. I'm going to be honest and tell you, Haley hasn't done anything to stand out to me at this point. So I don't know. I can't tell you nothing about Taylor. Haley. She hasn't done anything to stand out to me. Like, she's there. I'm sure I met her, but she just hasn't done anything to stand out. Jason is a drag queen. For those of us who watch RuPaul's Drag Race, we remember Jason as what's her name? Anyway, we know who she is. Jason has lost a lot of weight. So he doesn't look like he did when he was on Drag Race, because he has lost a good amount of weight, but he is a drag queen, and Jason needs to go home. We're going to get to him in a minute. Camus is an MMA fighter. So far, I'm kind of liking him. I think he's smart. He gave Dee some good advice. She didn't take it, but he gave her some good advice. So we're going to get to him in a minute. Latrice is a boutique salesperson, but Latrice is 57 years old. She's a bodybuilder. She looks good, black don't crack kind of thing. So far, she's doing a good job how she's playing so far. Lyric is an attorney, but she also does, she's like a luau MC. So, of course, she didn't want to tell everybody that she's an attorney. So she told everybody she's a luau MC. Lyric then already got herself caught up in Selena Estes. Thank you. Selena Estes. Thank you. She done already got herself caught up in a bromance, a showmance, I should say, not a bromance. And so I think her attention is already over here to the left. Mallory is a rocket scientist. Mallory is probably going to go home. Yeah. Mallory, her days are numbered. Melody is a corporate game show host. Again, she has not made any major impact on me, other than she threw Mallory under the bus as soon as Mallory got in a little bit of trouble. She was like, she ain't my friend. I don't know her like that, and I don't respect it. I don't respect that. Rome is a pickleball coach. He's the other half of this showmance, and Rome is getting himself in a little bit of trouble too. We'll get to that. Taylor is an elementary school counselor. Now, Taylor's been getting in trouble on these live feeds. They say that she's made a couple of disparaging comments about students with IEPs and all of that good stuff. I'm going to be honest and tell y'all, I think this might be a situation of people doing a lot. Like last year when they wanted the person put off the show because they used the word retarded and they wanted them put off the show. Listen. Are things not politically correct these days? Yes. I don't think everything is enough to cancel somebody and ruin their life. She made a comment about Ashley, and she said, the only kids that I work with that act like that are kids with IEPs. Y'all, it's not that. Stitties. Okay, thank you. Y'all, it's not that. It's not that serious. And that's no disrespect to kids who have IEPs. I work with kids all day long. And yes, I've worked with IEPs with a little bit of everything. It's not that serious. But moving right along. We almost at the end. And then we have Yash. Yash is a financial analyst. I like Yash. I don't know if he going. I think Yash is gonna make it out of this storm. His name seems to keep coming up. When it's time to figure out who they're gonna nominate. But I hope he maneuvers his way through it because I like him. I like him. Then the monkey wrench of the beginning of this season is they brought in some other reality TV alum. So they brought Angela back, which y'all know I don't like Angela. I believe they said that Angela wears the red hat. But if I'm being honest, Angela is actually doing a pretty decent job up until this point of learning from her mistakes and playing a different game. But moving right along. Then we have 2 alum from Survivor. And I don't watch Survivor, so I don't know these people. We have D, who I think won Survivor 45. Not I think, I know. Won Survivor 45. And then we have Rick Devins, who I think has been on Survivor like twice. Now, here's the part where, and what's her name? Hold on, let me go back to my list because y'all know I don't remember these people yet. Latrice actually brought up the point that they already know each other, which, that sort of gives an advantage that they kind of already know each other. And it did because they were one of the first alliances that were formed. But we'll get to that in a minute. Now, the theme this year is time travel. I like this theme. I like the house so far. I like the fact that they have people going back and forth into different time periods and that kind of stuff. So far, I like it. They're bringing in a lot of Big Brother alum to make these cameos, to do these different games and stuff. So far, I like it. Now, the first thing they did, which was a little different, instead of playing for the first head of household, they played for, you got to play to be safe. So you weren't playing for head of household, but you were playing to be safe. They reserved the head of household for one of the 3 reality TV people. So Angela, D, and Devins. The 3 of them played for head of household. I kind of like that. I thought it was a cute little twist, something different. So 3 people, Jason, and I don't remember the other 2. I think Jason, Chuck, and somebody else, actually, they were safe. So they didn't have to worry about being nominated. They didn't have to worry about any of the drama as it relates to nominations because they played and they were able to earn safety. The acting is so corny, though. What acting? Oh, she's having meltdowns on the lives. Well, there you go. There it is. Oh, the pickleball coach, Rome. Okay. So they didn't have to worry about being nominated. So they put the people into groups, and Angela had a team, Dee had a team, Devins had a team, and the team had to help them win the first power of HOH. So they had to hold up the stand, and then they had to build a puzzle, and whoever built the puzzle first while keeping the stand steady, they won head of household. Now, this is what I'm going to say, and I understand what ended up happening. We're going to get into that in a second. But when D actually won, and when D won, the first thing she said was, everybody's safe. Everybody that's on my team is safe. Because had they not helped, they helped you win. And I absolutely feel like all of them should have been safe. That's not what she did. And I do think that's something that might come back and bite her in the butt later on. And that's what Kemu, told her, you really need, because what she was trying to do was, I'm gonna pick one person from each team. That makes it fair. It's hard to do HOH and be the first one, so that'll make it fair, right? But Kimu was like, you shouldn't take anybody from your team because your team, they helped you win HOH. You shouldn't choose anybody off of your own team. And I agree. I don't think she should have chosen anybody off of her own team, but that's my 2 cents. They knew they were actually traveling back in time. What you mean, Chuck? So the first 2 alliances get formed, right? So the first alliance is the Red Corner Alliance, because in boxing, the Red Corner is the champion or something. I don't know, child, whatever. So the Red Corner Alliance, and the Red Corner Alliance, listen, I didn't write down the names of all the people, but let's just say the Red Alliance has Devins, and the most important thing we need to remember is that the Red Corner Alliance does have Devins and D in it, because they joined this alliance. However, they were like, oh, this is our fake alliance. We're going to just use them for the numbers and use them so that, to help us push it along. But honestly, this ain't really who we wanted to be in our alliance. We're going to build our own alliance and keep it separate. So D and Devins built their own alliance, and they asked Angela to join. They asked Rome to join, and they asked, not Rome. They asked, I got to go back to the names, y'all. They asked Angela to join. They asked, Barrett to join, and they asked Drew. And they told them, look, this is our real alliance. Y'all are the real alliance. Y'all are the people we needed, but Devins actually ended up telling Drew about the Red Corner Alliance, and Angela, because he was like, honestly, his reasoning for telling them was smart. The problem is Angela is a wild card. So telling her, I probably wouldn't have told her. What's up, JB? I probably wouldn't have told Angela, because she is a wild card and she just don't know how to fucking act. And she gets paranoid and she starts like, oh my gosh, this isn't the real alliance. They have another alliance. They're trying to ice me out. Now, she seemed to take it all in stride when Devins told her, hey, there is another alliance, but they're not our real alliance. We're solid. We're the real alliance, but I just don't want y'all to hear about it. I don't want y'all to hear about it on the streets and thinking something about it. Now, again, his reasoning for doing it, I get it. But I wouldn't have told Angela a mother mumbling thing. Absolutely not. So, when it was time for nominations, they call themselves the crossovers. They're the ones, or the crossbows, or whatever. I don't know. They're the ones that actually are going to make the decision about who they're putting up. So they couldn't put up anybody in either one of the alliances because they didn't want the Red Corner Alliance to get leery. They need them solid, so they couldn't put up anybody from that alliance. Obviously, they couldn't put up anybody from their alliance. So that sort of dwindled the numbers down. And then they didn't want to put up anybody that people were cool with. So that sort of dwindled the numbers down. So she ended up putting up Mallory, Taylor, and Yashi. Now, let me make sure I said that man's name right. And I know I'm a little all over the place, y'all. Baby, I watched 4 episodes. So put it in the chat. If it's something I missed, something you want me to say or address, whatever, put it in the chat. I'm not even talking about that Rachel shit. It was stupid. I don't understand why they did it. It was dumb. I don't care. I'm just glad that Rachel isn't really going to be on the show, because that would have irritated me. Yash. I want to put an I at the end of that and make it Yashi, but anyway, Yash. So that's who they nominated. Now, Yash was kind of like, that's kind of fucked up. I was on your team. I helped you win. Why would you put me up? Why would you put me up? Because I actually helped you win. And you told us we were all safe. So I didn't think I had to worry about being put up, because I thought we were all safe. So, and Kamu, he tried to tell her that. He tried to tell her, hey, this might not be the best decision. This might not be a good idea, whatever. But she did it anyway because she thinks that I don't need to worry about him being mad at me. I have the numbers. I'm sort of insulated. And I think she just didn't care. Like, I have the numbers. I don't need to worry about her coming to get me, him coming to get me, Okay, just shut up. Now this showman situation, like, y'all been in the house 2 days and y'all in each other's bed kissing and shit. I will never understand how these people get on TV and just act a damn fool. Like, hello, like, come on. What up, Cheryl? Hey, boo. So let's talk about Jason for a minute. Jason is Selena Estides' drag queen. Jason is way overplaying. Way overplaying this game. I don't understand. First of all, I don't understand why you don't want nobody to know you were on RuPaul's Drag Race. Like, who cares? I mean, I get it on Big Brother. You don't want people to know these things about you. So, okay, whatever. But it really wasn't that big of a deal. Like, you didn't win. You were on the show. But okay, fine. I didn't like that whole thing he did with Angela because there was no purpose in it. So he had him and Angela were having this conversation, and he had this whole crying fit where he was like, I think of you like my mom because I lost my mom recently, and you're like that mother figure that I need. And, and he started crying and all this other stuff. And then Angela was like, I'll be your mom for you. Don't worry about it. I got you. And then when Angela got up and walked away, he was like, psh, psh. Like, really, like, as if it's my mother, please. And then he's bragging about it to other people about, he's bragging about it to other people. I don't like that. As much as I'm not an Angela fan, I don't like that because it was unnecessary. I could see if you were on the block. I could see if you were trying to get votes. Like, I could even see if you were if she was in your alliance and you were trying to keep her in line. But there's absolutely, positively no reason for that moment. Well, I don't think it has anything to do with him being a gay man. You said Jason exploiting his dead mother and trauma as a gay man is vile. I mean, I don't think it has any, for me, it don't have nothing to do with him being gay. It's just, it was an unnecessary thing to do. Like, you bringing your mama to this and you're trying to get sympathy and you're crying and all this stuff. Like, it was just unnecessary and you're overplaying because let's be clear, nobody's even, like, first of all, you had immunity this week. So nobody could, even if they wanted to put you up, they couldn't. Now is the time to take that week to play your social game, make friends, get to know people without the pressure of worrying about being put on the block. People aren't thinking, oh, you're only doing this because you're nominated or you're worried about getting nominated. You can build up. You know what I mean? You can use this time to build up like that following, build up your social game without that pressure. So I don't understand it. It was just stupid to me. It was just dumb. It didn't work on All Stars either. See, I didn't even watch All Stars 11, so I didn't know what he did. Jason played up being comfortable around Jason played up not being comfortable around straight people. He did play up his sexuality and the making him feel out of place. He used that to relate to Angela, who has a gay son. Oh, okay. I got you now, Cheap 83. I got you now. Okay, I got you. So there's that, right? Now, personally, when it came down to the nominations, Mallory, of course, had to give us the stereotypical white woman response. She immediately starts crying and she immediately starts feeling like, why me? And then she goes outside and she starts throwing other people under the bus. Well, she could have chose so-and-so because of such and such, and she could have chose so-and-so because of such and such. And baby Drew had to pull her aside and say, hey. You don't know who's cool with who at this point. You don't know who's in an alliance with who. You might not want to, it might not be a smart thing for you to do to go around just calling off people's names. Like, you may want to not do that. You know what I'm saying? Mallory tried to talk to D, and like D said, the whole conversation was about everything other than strategy and gameplay. So I didn't feel like you were trying to talk to me about game. I didn't feel like you were trying to talk to me about, what was going on Big Brother. You were just like, yeah, so, I like to go on long walks, and I like, pop music, and, I've watched every Harry Potter movie. Like, she's talking about shit that's unnecessary. But I think she's nervous. I think there's an awkwardness in, you're playing a game, but it's also that thin line between, I don't want you to think that the only reason why I'm talking to you is because you're the HOH. However, I'm talking to you because you're the HOH. So I'm trying to figure out a way to segue into it. So I think that was a lot of nerves involved in that. I don't think it was just Mallory, because Mallory clearly cared. I think she was just really nervous. You know what I'm saying? She talked to D as a fan, not a player. Yeah. You know what I mean? I personally, I'm excited now. I don't want to get disappointed, but I'm excited. I think these people came to play. Now, are all of them going to be good? Are going to be good gamers? No, but I definitely think, or at least I hope, we're not going to run into a lot of that same bullshit we've had these last couple of years, where I want everybody to vote together, and I don't want that. I mean, we have two major alliances going on right now. We've got D and Devin sort of playing both sides. I think they're doing a good job of trying to create some insulation. Now, I did look at a TikTok video earlier today that said that last night shit went down. I don't want to do a spoiler, so there's a new HOH. And did I miss an episode? Because I don't know who got voted off. I must have missed the episode. But there's a new HOH, and the whole alliance has blown up. Like, the red corner, the crossover, I don't want to tell too much, but it sounds like some shit went down last night. And I can appreciate that, because it sounds like Big Brother. Like, it sounds like some Big Brother was happening last night. Like some old school Big Brother. Now, when it came down to playing for the power of veto, Mallory actually won. Me either, Cajun. I never catch any good on the live feeds. I just stopped watching them, because every time I turn on the live feeds, it's just boring. It's just them talking, and I never catch the good shit. So, but Mallory won the power veto, and so as a replacement nominee, they put Ashley up. D put Ashley up, and so of course we're gonna have the live. Did I miss the live eviction? Cajun, Chuck, JB, anybody? Because the last episode there was no eviction. But if they already have a new HOH, they must have had an eviction. So I guess I missed that episode. I don't know. If they had an eviction, who got evicted? Please tell me. That was last night. Okay, my DVR did not pick it up. Hold on. Let me see. Maybe you know what? It might have recorded last night while I was trying to watch something else. Let me see. Oh no, it is. I got it. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. Ashley got evicted. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'll watch the episode, because all right. Then do y'all know who the new HOH is? I can go ahead and tell y'all then. I didn't realize the episode came. I mean, now that y'all say it, I realized the episode came on last night, but I was so busy trying to watch. I was finishing up the 4 episodes I already had. I didn't even pay attention to another episode last night, child. I got to get my Big Brother schedule in my head. But yeah, Thursday night, yeah. Okay, I got to get my Big Brother schedule in my head. I'm okay with Ashley getting evicted. Like, Ashley wasn't giving me anything. And that whole weird, I've never had a hamburger. Girl, you work at a bar. Like, you work at a bar. What you mean you've never eaten a hamburger before? Like, I don't know. Just weird. So I'm okay with them. So yeah. Um, somebody was going to say. I'm going to say this, and I know this is just a quick recap because I'm trying to do 4 episodes, and I can't get into every single thing. Cheryl said yes, the live feeds were popping last night. I looked at the live feeds earlier this morning when I woke up. Not with a hot flash, honey. I know the new HOH, but I won't spoil it. Yeah, it hasn't been revealed yet, so I don't want to spoil it either. I know if you watch the live feeds, you know who the new HOH is. But it's interesting. I gotta wait and see how that plays out, how that person became the HOH. It'll be interesting because, but anyway, yeah, some stuff went down last night. Overall, y'all, I don't really have, I hate to give all these first impressions and then be wrong, but I definitely am not feeling Jason. I definitely feel like Jason is overplaying unnecessarily, and I'm not here for it. So, Jason, you can go to the left, not feeling you. This whole bromance between Lyric and Rome, not really feeling it. Not because, I mean, not bromance, showmance. Not because I have an issue with the showmance, but because what I hate is people that talk about how much they're super fans and you're not playing like a super fan. Like, you know what a showmance is. You know how a showmance can change how people move. Like, it's okay to like him. It's okay to play that little flirty flirt game, but it's way too early to let the whole house know that y'all are sleeping in each other's bed kissing all night. Like, it's way too early for that. Like, you can't control your hormones for $1 million fucking dollars or $750,000, whatever. Like, excuse me. At least give it to the first eviction. At least get an alliance. Like, y'all aren't even protected. Y'all haven't even put yourselves in an alliance to try to protect the showmans. Y'all just la 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 la. Like, y'all are just skipping around like y'all on Love Island. Y'all on the wrong show. You supposed to be there to try to win some money, and it's day 2. You sleeping in this man's bed. Where you going to dinner, Cajun? I'm not gonna be able to get out there, but I'm just being nosy. Where you going to dinner? Oh, I see what Cajun sent me a text, said I made it. You have no idea yet. Well, you out there in Alexandria. It's a lot of nice places out there to go. Yeah. Depends on what you feel like eating and how much you want to spend. There's a lot of spots out there where you are. Oh, you're near the seafood spots? Oh, okay. Yeah. So I like, is his name Kimu? The MMA fighter. I do like him. I think he's gonna play a good game. I hope. I feel like. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. But overall, you guys, I think this is a good cast so far. I think we're off to a good start. I'm waiting to see how I feel about them bringing like the Survivor people on. I'm gonna wait and see how I feel about that. I think we're ready. I think we're ready for an all-star cast. A regular season all-star cast. I think next season needs to be an all-star cast. I think we have enough seasons between the last all-star cast and this one where they don't have to keep going into the same well and pulling out the same people. I think we can look at the last 10 seasons and pull some people, and I think we could have a really good all-star season. I honestly think we could. I honestly think we could, y'all. I'm trying to think if it's something else I want to say. I feel like because the first episode was basically them introducing the people. The second episode, half of it was them playing for HOH, and the other half was that little thing with Tyler. How's Busboys and Poets? Oh, well, that's one of my favorite restaurants. But that's there. Is there one near you? I didn't think it was one near you. Someone was going to say. And then, of course, the third and fourth episode, and I didn't watch the fifth episode. So, I'll watch episode 5, and then Sunday we'll talk about 5 and 6. And we're going to talk about this alliance situation that blew up. A lot of the live is over than usually. Oh, that's them talking, child. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I like Busboys and Poles. It's one of my favorite restaurants. So, all right. I'm getting ready to go watch. What's up, Busy? Loves Ashley, but she talked too much. You would love Ashley. You absolutely would love Ashley. Busy, I know you're busy, but are you going to talk about Big Brother? I know you probably not going to be able to do like regular recaps, but are you going to talk about Big Brother at all? I'm going to talk to you about it. With that being said, y'all, let me get out of here. I'm going to go watch Raising Kanan. I may or may not come back and do a live about Raising Kanan. If you're a member and you didn't catch the members only live earlier, go ahead and get it. We talked about some stuff earlier. Not sure if I'm gonna do it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do. Girl, you live in DC. I have no time. What you mean you live in DC? Cajun is planning to tell a lie about me. Cajun lie about all of us. So what you gonna do? All right. You're not gonna see Busy tomorrow. I hate to be the one to burst your bubble, but okay. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.